Bhagavatam prayer. Sarva Sastradbhi Piyusha, Sarva Vedaika Satpala, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Lokaika Drikprita, Sarva Bhagavada Prana, Srimad Bhagavada Prabho, Kali Dvando Ditaditya, Shri Krishna Parivartita, Paramananda Pataya, Prema Vakshaksharayate, Sarvada Sarva Sevyaya, Shri Krishnaya Namostume, Matheka Bando Mat Sangin Mat Goro Man Mahadana, मन्निस्तारक मद्भाग्य मदानंद नमोस्तुमे असाधि साधि ददायिन अधिनोच्चताकरा आनामुंच कदाचिन्मां प्रेम्णा हृत्कण्ठयोस्फुरा. Translation. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O nectar churned from the ocean of all Vedic scriptures, you are the most prominent transcendental fruit of the Vedas and are enriched with the jewels of all philosophical conclusions. You grant spiritual vision to all people of the world, and you are very life breath of the Vaishnava devotees. O Lord, you are the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. Actually, you are Lord Krishna who has returned among us. O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. By your recitation, one attains the transcendental bliss. Because your syllables shower down the pure love of God, you are to be served by everyone, always, for you are an incarnation of Lord Krishna. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O my only friend, companion, and teacher, O my great wealth and deliverer, O my good fortune and bliss, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O bestower of saintliness to the unsaintly, O uplifter of the most fallen, please never leave me. Accompanied by pure love of Krishna, please manifest yourself in my heart and throat. There is one more prayer. Bhutair Mahadbir Yeimam Puro Vibho Nirmaya Chete Yathamusha Purushaha Bhungte Gunan Sodasatmaka So Alankrishishta Bhagavan Vachamsi Me. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead enlivens the materially created bodies of the elements by lying down within the universe, and who in his Purusha incarnation causes the living being to be subjected to the 16 division of material modes, which are his generator, be pleased to decorate my statements. नामश्रेष्ठं मनुमपि सच्चिपुत्रमात्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्याग्रजम् उरुपुरुं मादिरिं गोष्ठवतीं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरम् अहो राधिका माधवासं प्राप्तो यस्य प्रतीदिव श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि. So now we are in Srimad Bhagavatam prayers. We are now studying the prayers by Lord Brahma representing the demigods. When the demigods are in the trouble, demigods lost everything to the demons, so they now are praying. They requested Lord Brahma to represent them. So Lord Brahma is, on behalf of all the demigods, Brahma is praying to the Supreme Lord, that is Sirodaka Sai Vishnu, before the pastime of milk churning. So we have already seen the churning of milk ocean, the pastimes. Now we are back to our prayers. Bhagavatam is, we all know, but still a brief introduction to prayers. Bhagavatam, every page is a prayer. Studying Bhagavatam means being with the Lord, Supreme Lord. And he mercifully incarnated as Bhagavatam in Kali Yuga, which we saw in this Sanatana Goswami's prayer. So in this class, we have taken only prayers. So we have quickly crossed all this 1 to 8 cantos. Now we are in the Brahma prayers. It is a big prayer, so we are going very slowly. Okay. So Brahma is beautifully praying. The intelligence is also given by the Supreme Lord. Once a devotee becomes strong in his devotional service, then the Lord gives the Dadami Buddhi Yogam. Tam Enamam Upayantite. If somebody is sincerely endeavoring, so to that person, Lord within guides him to even recite prayers. Reciting prayers is also by him only, everything by him. If a jiva choose to be a demon, then in that path, Krishna gives him intelligence. If a jiva chooses himself to be an atheist or some Mayavadi or some, whatever you desire, in that way, the Lord gives you the intelligence. So always one should choose to become a devotee. If the choice is given to us, choice is always there for us. So using that situation, we have to always choose devotional service, always choose to remain devotee. So now Lord Brahma is beautifully praying. So here he is saying, this is 8th canto, 5th chapter, 31st verse. Okay. In this he is saying, since our bodies are made of sattva guna, so we have in this material world, even up to Brahma, they are under the modes of material nature, except Lord Vishnu and Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not under anything, is above. So the Lord is above the modes. That we have to be clearly understand. But everybody else, whoever it is, that's why Brahma himself admits that I am in the, I'm a demigod and I am in the Sattva Guna. But even if somebody is in the Sattva Guna, there is no way that they can understand Krishna. So we demigods are internally and externally situated in goodness. So both the way they are in goodness. All the great saints are also situated in that way. So great saints also situate. Therefore, if even we cannot understand the Supreme Personality of God and what is to be said of those who are most insignificant in their bodily constitutions, being situated in the modes of passion and ignorance, how can they understand the Lord? Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto him. The essence of this prayer is Brahmaji is saying that when demigods who are situated in the higher positions, being a demigod doesn't make them God, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all these things are clearly revealed in Bhagavatam. So demigods and also some people who have some mystic powers, though such people are considered as God in the material world. If you see some sadhus or some gurus, these common people, laymen, they consider them as God. Here, Brahmaji is clearly telling there is a difference between God and others. So, this Brahma and all these great demigods, they are great demigods, they are universal managers. The universal managers, they cannot become Supreme Personality of Godhead and they themselves are conditioned souls. So, they are managing the universe, right? But still, they are in the modes only. So, Sattva Guna is also a binding force, not a liberating force. So, to get liberation, one should come to the Vasudeva Sattva, means Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. Pure goodness is acting piously in Krishna consciousness. This is our understanding. In simplified example, for example, if somebody is very good, they should be Krishna consciously good. Otherwise, the goodness has no value. The goodness is good, yeah. It others also feel good, and it is better than bad, being demonic. But still, that is not good for the individual who is good. How? We devotees should clearly understand. For example, if we are fascinated with good people, right? If somebody gives us some help, domestic help, if somebody speaks to us very nicely, so such activities are pleasing to everyone, definitely. That is good for the society, definitely. But ultimately, it is not good for that person. How? Because the person in goodness ultimately end up in material world only. Ending up in material world will continue your suffering. Whether you are a demigod or you are a great Brahma, they all have to undergo suffering. So being in goodness doesn't help that person. That will help you to get a nice body in the next life. Maybe somebody may become a Indra, Chandra, live long. Maybe they may gain a life of Siranjeevi. There are so many Siranjeevis in this material world. Hanuman, Ashwadhama, Jambavan. So many Siranjeevis are still living here. Markandeya Rishi. So what is the use? They are okay, they are devotees, they have some missionary works, so they are doing. But living long here has no, it will simply increase that person's suffering. If somebody become a Krishna conscious, they will definitely want to serve Krishna in the spiritual world. So Brahma is clearly telling that if in the mode of goodness, if somebody cannot understand Krishna, Supreme Lord, what to speak of the others, the demonic atheist um, and demons who are situated in the mode of passion and ignorance. Passion and ignorance is all these two modes will never take one to the higher level. So ultimately, Bhagavad Gita says that we have to cross the three modes, three guna. We have to cross the three modes. Then only we can come to the Brahman platform. But how then, then what about us? We are also in lower lower modes. We are getting the taste because of the association of the pure devotees. We are now pushed to the higher level, to the higher, surpass the modes. That's by the mercy of the Acharya. Otherwise, there is no chance that people like who are in the lower modes as the taste for holy name, taste for pure devotional service. That's because of the mercy of the Guru Parampara. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that atheists and demons cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although He is situated within everyone. You see, this point we have to understand that Lord is situated within everyone, but still the conditioned living entities are clouded. For them, the Lord finally appears in the form of death. Mrityu sarva haras chaham. Sarva haras chaham. The death completes, end everything. Bring an end to everything. Atheists think that they are independent and therefore they do not care for the supremacy of the Lord. Yet the Lord asserts his supremacy when he overcomes them by as death. You see, we have seen many such great demons in the history of the world. In the history of the world, we have seen that there are great warriors, great personalities. They all have some kind of great false ego that, they denied the presence of the Lord. Then finally, uh, Krishna came to them as death personified. There they cannot deny anything. We see that in the life of Alexander. He was a great conqueror. He was conquering. He accumulated so much wealth. The story is narrated many, everywhere, we can say. But it is a very good lesson for the persons who are like him, like Alexander. Then he said, when I die, please keep my hand away from the that box. What is that? Outside. Make a two hole and then let my hands be like this because I came in empty hand, and when I go also I go in empty hand. and throw away all the gold and accumulated wealth here and there, because to show the people that I am not taking anything with me. So he realized, at least, I conquered the whole world, but nothing is permanent in this world. He understood. Alexander understood. But some demons, they never understand. They have to come here. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadareshayanam. Some, in the name of religious people, they also don't understand the basics. Then when once they grow a little better, they are covered by Maya. Once, whether a devotee or some mystic yogi or some such people, when they in the material world, what happens? If you do some good activities, you get the results. When strong results come, they don't take up Krishna consciousness, and their mind becomes clouded. Their life becomes clouded. Though here it is Prabhupada is mentioning, though the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Paramatma is situated within the heart, they don't realize it. This point is applied for even some kind of advanced philanthropist or advanced spiritual persons, maybe not devotees, but others. Like devotees are hampered with the right direction. Today or tomorrow, devotees will definitely realize, because they are constantly in touch with Bhagavatam, Bhagavatas, and holy name. So the Antaryami Paramatma somehow pushed the devotee to come to the line. But others, like yogis, Mayavadis, they appear to be spiritual persons, but they don't realize. They are even more covered. We can see this in this material world, that they become God. We see so many ammas and appas. They become God because they have some powers. The stupid people, they think God is here, God is here, like that. They claim the ordinary powerful people as God, because they miss the Guru Sadhu and Shastra. They see that some people are having some magics. So they trust them as gods. That is very painful, like that is very frustrating. So for that, Prabhupada is giving us the right direction. Every page of Bhagavatam, in every page, Prabhupada writes that, how to identify right and wrong spiritual person. So we are all fortunate. Prabhupada, though we are neophytes, we are not advanced devotees, but still we know what is right and what is wrong, who is right and who is wrong. We'll be able to understand if you study Prabhupada's books. We will be able to discriminate between who is Mayavadi, who is Vaishnava, who is an atheist, who is a spiritual person, who is right, who is wrong. This much knowledge Prabhupada has given us. We have to always be thankful to Prabhupada, because he is guiding us so nicely, so nicely. How to identify a demon? How to identify a demon? The demons, they don't speak about Krishna. They speak, even some demons, they speak about God. God, 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 but they don't speak Krishna. Now, speaking so generally God means it's also a demonic tendency, because they are generalizing. Simply they speak only God. You should know who is God. If you are a spiritual person, if you follow Guru Sadhu and Shastra, if you are in a correct path, then the truth is revealed to you. So it is very clear, right? Prabhupada is, even a small child in ISKCON movement knows the ultimate truth. Once Prabhupada asked a small child, who is Supreme Personality of God? She said, Krishna, you see. Ultimate point in spiritual life is this. Brahmaji says it is not possible even for demigods. Yes, of course, we are all in the theoretical level. In the ultimate level, this understanding will become complete. Now, it is not complete. Our understanding of the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, is not, this understanding is not complete, but at least theoretically, we are fine. Theoretically, we are right, but this should be complete, 100%. When we become 100%, then we become pure devotees. Now we may be mixed devotee, or most of the time we remain as karma kandis. I have seen this, being in Krishna consciousness, but we behave like karma kandis. What is this karma kanda? I do this, you do this to me, Krishna. I do this ritual within my heart, because being Hindus, we are accustomed to such kind of worship. Like, I do this, I get this. I do this, I get this. So our mindset is like that here also. Here also we become karma kandis. For that only Prabhupada is again and again and again and again repeating, Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, Jnana Karma Dhyanavritam Anukulyana Krishnana Seelanam Bhakti Uttama. What is Uttama Bhakti? Prabhupada is teaching us. Anya Abhilashita Sunyam. Why? Why should not we have Abhilash? Because having a desire independently is not considered as devotion. Whatever Krishna desire, that's why even Jesus Christ taught pure devotion only, but the followers, they didn't take up. It is thy will be done, not mine. Same. Thy will be done, not mine. It is your will, not my will, be done. Means, what is Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Uchate. Whatever he likes, that we have to do. That is ultimate devotion. So somebody may be demigod. The demigod's problem is they are attached to their post, they are attached to their livelihood. We cannot imagine what is to be like a demigod. We cannot imagine. It's such a big facility. That's why the yogis and jnanis, they have their achievement is until heavenly planets or some other higher planets. Because the demigod life is very fascinating. But devotees are very clear in that. Because once the devotees get the taste from devotional service, once the devotees come to the taste, ruchi, then they will not desire for all these things. So Prabhupada's he's insisting that again and again, pure devotion, because, even to end up with this high sophistication in heavenly planets is a great danger, very great danger, which we are seeing in the lives of demigods. You see, any demigods, if you have read the Ekadasi Mahatmya, so some demigod fallen from heavenly planets became a hobgoblin or became a bhuta, preta, something like that. And then that person, that Gandharva, or that Yaksha did this Ekadasi and attained this heavenly body again and reached that. This is what we are seeing in Ekadasi Mahatmya. My spiritual master especially is not happy with that, such kind of. That is there, definitely. By following Ekadasi, we get so much material benefits. But we are not for material benefits. If we end up with material benefits, then it is a big, very big obstacle in our path of devotional service. Unless we understand this, it is very difficult to take that out from our mind. We will end up in heavenly planets. whatever we do, that will become punya. Then we will be here only in the first class jail. So we need to be very careful in devotional service. It's difficult, very difficult in this material world. But we simply follow, have a simple mind, have a humble mind, simple mind, follow Prabhupada, then we will be not caught in this first class prison house. Verse 32. Brahmaji is continuing. On this earth, there are 4 kinds of living entities who are all created by him, by the Supreme Lord. The material creation rests on his lotus feet. He is the great Supreme Person, full of opulence and power. May he be pleased with us. You see, the demigods, many times I also described in other classes, that they pray like this. Andadipatiye namaha, Asuru Shatruve namaha. What is this Andadipatiye namaha? Means the Lord who is having the Anda. Anda means a universe. The best example is that if you go to your friend's house, okay, the friend is having a beautiful something attractive to you. Maybe a beautiful sari. You see the sari, oh, very nice. This color I like very much. Oh, such a nice sari. Where did you buy all these things? Immediately, that friend is an understanding friend. Immediately, that friend, please take it. You like it? Please take it. So this is the mood of a good friend, Suhurt. Suhurt means well-wisher, friend. Suhurtam Sarvabhutanam. Krishna is Suhurtam Sarvabhutanam. You go to Krishna and pray, Andadipatiye Namaha. Then he is the owner of Anda. No? So, okay, you want this material world? Take it. Because we are calling him as Andadipatiye Namaha. Similarly, here also the demigods pray, the material creation rests on his lotus feet. He is full of opulence and power. Oh, you want opulence and power? Please take it. He be pleased with us. You understand now the prayer. So the Lord understands the inner desire and then he fulfills also. So every time Indra loses his position, the Lord helps him. So in the milk ocean, in the churning of milk ocean, the Lord incarnated as Kurma and Ajita, Mohini, and what else? Hari. So 4 incarnations. Yes.
Dhanvantari also in
Dhanvantari, 5. Ajita and Hari same, I think. Yeah. One who sits on the Meru mountain. And then Kurma, 2. 3 is Dhanvantari. 4 is Mohini. And then one more I forgot. So in all the way, Krishna helps the demigods to fulfill their desire. Okay, so here the prayer is also like that, you see. Again, in many times, if you see in the pastime of the same 8th canto, Bali Maharaj, externally it appeared that Krishna favored Indra, but ultimately he favored Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj gave everything, full surrender, Atma Nivedanam. He gave everything to the Supreme Lord. So here Brahmaji is praying that there are 4 kinds of living entities. What kind of living entities? Described in the purport by Prabhupada, that those born from embryo, okay, and those born from eggs, hatching the eggs, those born from perspiration, those born from seeds. So embryo, eggs, and then perspiration and seeds. There are 4 kinds. Seeds, plants are coming from seeds. And the human being and other living mammals, they come from embryo. And the eggs, the birds and even reptiles, some reptiles' legs. So these kind of living entities are there in this material world, who are all created by him. But the material creation itself, the pradhana, it is said, that's why it is said pradhanat, pradhanatam Brahma Mahavibhuti. The pradhana, the material, complete material energy, is resting on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. He is Aham Bija Pratapida. He is the seed giving father. Krishna is the source of everything. Aham Sarvasya. Everything comes from him. Every living entity, material energy and spiritual energy both emanate from the Supreme Lord. So that's why the Lord Brahma is praying, "Oh Lord, everything comes from you. You don't have birth. The Supreme Lord has no source. He is Swayam. He is Swayambhu. He doesn't have mother, father, and origin. But he is the origin of Adi Purusha. He is the origin of everything. So the material creation takes its shelter in his lotus feet. So he, out of compassion, the Supreme Lord, out of compassion for the rebellious living entity, the living entities in the material world thought, oh, we will be against Krishna. Oh, we want to enjoy separate from Krishna. Oh, the small children, no? They want to imitate or go away from parents. This we can see. The small child, always when they have the legs, they want to run around, jump around, go away. But the parents go behind the child. It runs here and there. Many times I have tested my son. Hmm? You want to go, no? Go. So I used to hide somewhere. So he goes around for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then started crying. Oh, because in the crowd, in the outside, mother, father, they are not visible where I am. So similarly, our condition is like that, exactly like that. But the father and mother, they are watching us. They are with us. You see, like a mother, like I do this to create a fear in them, so that you should not go away from mother. And I also tell him some stories. If you go out of parents, you can go, you can do something, but what happens? The bad people in this world, they will catch you, pluck your eyes, take your kidney, sell it off. They are doing. So you need to be very careful. That's why we are so concerned for you. Like that, I threatened him. Then he understood. Independent means difficult. He understood. Similarly, girl children should be warned about how bad the society is. The Lord, Supreme Lord, warned us in spiritual world. Please don't go. Please don't go, please. He said. He is sending the messengers also. But still, we are covered completely by Maya. Knowingly, we don't know. Knowingly, we don't know. Still, we are now here only entangled. That's why this prayer is very important. Ainanda Dhanija Kinkaram Patitam Mishame Bhavambudo. Kripaya Tava Pada Pangaja Stitaduli Sadrisham Vichintaya. Somehow or other, I have fallen into this material world. Oh, son of Nanda Maharaja, please uplift me. Please keep me under your lotus feet as a dust particle. So this Sistashtakam prayer itself is very important for all of us, which has all the Bhagavatam's essence. So we need to pray intensely. We should like the lost child in the marketplace, searching for mother and father. It's very terrific, very terrific. So similarly, the Lord is watching us, waiting for us. You come back, come back. So Brahma is thus praying, but the demigods have a desire to have the kingdom back. Indra, especially here in this scene, Indra is very much afflicted. Oh, now I'm going to lose my power because I have offended Brahaspati. Many times he offends devotees. This was with offending Durvasa Muni. So, by the power and position, Indra's position is very, very, very dangerous because anytime he falls down, you see, one lifetime he was Indra, the next lifetime he became a pig. Similarly, another Indra came in between the, what do you say, temporary Brahma, temporary Indra came as Nagusa. This Nagusa immediately, see, once some Jiva got the position of a demigod or some money or some power is given to any Jiva, they get bewildered. That's why the devotees again and again pray to the Supreme Lord, please don't make us opulent, or please don't give us nadanam, najanam, nasundarim. That's why, because it covers, covers their intelligence. Otherwise, you see why demigods are praying Andadipatiya Namaha. Devotees are intelligent. Devotees are very intelligent than this demigods. That's why we don't go through demigods, we go through devotees. Devotees, so we don't ask for opulence and power because they are very temporary here. Better we ask for devotional service, which is permanent asset, the permanent asset, which is never going to reduce from our devotional account. So we pray to that Supreme Lord not for the heavenly kingdom, but for unalloyed devotional service. Okay? But demigods are praying like this. This is coming in Bhagavatam. So Brahma is understanding how great Krishna is. In all the prayers, these things are there. How great the Supreme Lord is. How the Jiva is very small. How great the Supreme Lord is. He will give you anything you want. But we want Him, not His material energy. Okay? Now, I end the class. If you have any doubts, comments, you are welcome.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam.
Pranam.
Mataji, here this heavenly planets and all, Prabhupada also says that pure devotional service is trust. But in Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, sometimes there they mention that even Krishna says that for Arjuna, if you don't fight, you go to hell. If you fight, you will go to heaven. And in Mahabharata also, so many instances there they describe about the heavenly planets. If after that they went to heaven, like that, so many even in Ramayana, Shabri also, after taking Rama's darshan, so she also went to heavenly planets, like that, so many things we see. So how to understand that in this situation, in this case?
See, in all these scriptures and everywhere, there are two methods. One is direct fast track. You take a pure devotional service, that is fast track. Now, there is a step-by-step slow process. Because if you go and preach to a Kshatriya that you renounce everything and become a pure devotee, gradually you can become a pure devotee. So for that, one has to go through. That's why Varnashrama, why we are speaking Varnashrama. So gradual progress is there and quick progress is there. So here all these things are for variety of jivas, not only a quick one who wants to become quick advancement. So for there we have to speak moral values, dharma, gradual progress. So here, Kshatriya is, Arjuna is a pure devotee, undoubtedly, but he has taken the position of an ordinary jiva. Otherwise, why he is getting bewilderment by fighting? Krishna says he will fight. Arjuna is a very, very pure devotee. That each and every hair of Arjuna, every cell of Arjuna was chanting the holy name of Krishna. He is eternal associate of the Supreme Lord, but now here he took the position of an ordinary jiva. So Krishna is guiding him. You perform your duty first, then gradually you advance. Because this Bhagavad Gita is for others, right? Krishna wanted to give this to the world. That's why he kept Arjuna as a receiver. And then through Arjuna, he spoke Bhagavad Gita to all of us. So it's a gradual progress, not today. Okay, well, some rare devotees, they have become from very low level to very high level, like you can see Valmiki. He was a hunter, but by the association of Narad Muni, he became a pure devotee who wrote Ramayana. So not every jiva can take up quick progress. It's a gradual method.
Yes, Mataji, understood. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
That's why we are speaking. No need for speaking Stri Dharma, When we are if we are in pure devotional, like pure devotees, no need to speak Stri Dharma. Why we are speaking Stri Dharma? In the name of pure devotion, we don't even follow the basic moral values. So my Siksha Guru specifically told me that you speak moral values, especially for ladies. Because if you lack the moral values, in no way you can even speak of devotion. The devotional life is far, far, far away from us. So I was instructed heavily by my authorities to speak Stri Dharma. So I am speaking. Yeah, because when you compare with devotional service, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja. But the problem in the world is that we speak about higher things, but we don't even follow the basics. That's why everywhere you have to follow the moral values. Equally important. Devotional side. See, Prabhupada took us, give us the sadhana bhakti. See, he has given us chanting the holy name, right? In our ultimate stage also, we are going to chant the holy name only, but in a purified manner. So, from where we are now, we have to follow basic moral values, four regulative principles, our dharma, follow our dharma, then gradually advance. Okay.
Danvat Pranam Mataji. I had a question that here you're saying Indra wanted the post, so he's still behind the position. So he's going to Brahma and then they're going to the Lord. But the Lord is helping them even though he has a selfish nature and like taking avatars to just give them back their post. Is it like how to understand?
Yes, yes. They are also devotees. He likes them. It's not that Krishna doesn't like the demigods. See, this is the desire of each and every living entities. Each living entity has unlimited desires. They are dharmically, materially desiring. See, the asuras and the demons, they are adharmically materialistic people. These are all dharmically, by dharma. Like they want to worship Krishna only. They know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still they want to host big positions. Their nature is like that. So, okay, Krishna understands that. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham.
Yes, Mataji, but like Anya Bhilashita Shunyam, that doesn't look like they have, or is it
Yeah, they
pure?
don't have. They don't have. That also they will tell that this is also Krishna's desire that I become Indra, I become Surya, I become Agni. Sometimes he empowers his pure devotees to become demigods. Sometimes it happens also. Sometimes they are mixed. We see Mahajans. That Mahajans, Yamaraja is one of the Mahajan. He is a pure devotee, but you know what department he is hosting. Maybe it is desire of the Supreme Lord. Two things are possible. One is the desire of the Jiva, one is the desire of the Supreme Lord. When the Supreme Lord desire, you have to obey also. Though the Jiva understands. If Krishna wants me to be a Yamaraja, then I become Yamaraja.
Yes, Mataji.
So sometimes it happens like that only. See what happened in the case of Dhuru Maharaj. Dhuru Maharaj did tapasya to gain a kingdom which is greater than his great grandfather, Lord Brahma, right? Like that only. But after taking darshan of the Supreme Lord, he was lamenting like anything. Are, what I did? Why I am behind the stones when I have diamonds? He was crying like anything. But still, Krishna is very merciful. You be here, become a king, and then later you come. I will support you. Don't worry, you will not lose. So Krishna fulfills both material and the spiritual desires also, sometimes, in some cases. In cases, but our acharyas guides us that, we have to uproot because we may be misdirected. Duruva's case is different. He was a very determined devotee, and his spiritual master is Narad Muni. So, but ordinary jivas like us, we should be very careful. Very, very careful. Maybe I don't know how many lifetimes we may have to take to remove all these material desires, but still we have to work on it. Work on it. Try. We have to increase the uh, devotional service activities, pure devotional service activities, direct devotional service. Such things we have to increase. When we increase sincerely, there is a chance.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, any other question? No question. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Mataji. Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Uh,
All demigods they are great. They are Vaishnavas. He said.
yes.
So they are doing their duties given by God.
Mm.
So after that,
Mm.
whether they'll go to God Himself or they'll complete their time and they'll come in the these planets.
See, all these demigods, they live very long. And if they sincerely desire to go back home, back to God, Krishna awards them that also. Then the next jiva will occupy the post of Indra, Chandra, or whatever post. Then this particular jiva will be promoted to spiritual world. But in this also, they can come down, go up, come down, go up, like that. They can. It may happen. This is the danger of material world. That's why devotees, they don't want to entangle here with the high positions. So, mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhaktirahit kitvai. They don't want liberation because they don't want to trouble Krishna to give them liberation. But what do they want? Any life, any number of lifetimes I take, I want to be your servant's servant. I want to do devotional service. So that prayer they ask. But these demigods, they may go up or down also. If they sincerely, very sincere, for example, very sincere, then they will be promoted to Brahma's abode. And along with Brahma, it's a very long time. You know what is the lifetime of Brahma? When Brahma
Yes.
gets liberated, the Satyaloka, Brahmaloka's residents get liberation. The Satyaloka is almost like a spiritual world only,
Yeah.
but still they have one pain that they see the material world and suffer for other jivas. That pain is there. Other than that, they don't have any suffering. It's like a Satya Yuga time, or life is comfortable, and they all promoted to spiritual world after a long time.
For that long time, they are
Yeah, maybe practicing Krishna
departed
consciousness.
from God's association.
Association of Brahma will be there. Brahma is the head,
Yes, Mataji.
Under his guidance, they do devotional service. So there are so much intricacies how a jiva go back home, back to God. It's not so easy. One
Yes.
point which I wanted to share with you is, we see the sloka Chaturvida Bhajante Mam. That sloka everybody knows. Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvida. 4 kinds of pious people approach.
Yes.
Whatever reason,
Yes.
one who is in this, one who need of money, wealth, one who is in distress, one who is inquisitive, one who is knowledgeable, right? Gyani.
Yes.
Artharthi Jignashu. Okay, so
Good.
knowledge, one who is in need of inquisitive, one who is a Gyani, the knowledgeable person, one who is in need of wealth, one who is in need, one who is in distress. All kinds of people who approach Krishna, they are all pious, okay? After approaching Krishna,
Yes.
they take Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanam Mam Praptate. After that, this sloka comes. That they take many lifetimes to reach Krishna. So, not devotional service is not easy. Attaining Krishna Prem as it is described, it is not easy. But the jiva should be sincerely desiring. Our desire should be very sincere. Then the Supreme Personality of Godhead acts on that particular jiva. Then, so one devotee was, in that class, I got really scared. Sometimes it happens that they have to undergo the test of the Supreme Lord. That is, when Lords test the devotee, he gives the empowerment also. It is not that he gives you test and you will fail. He will make you fail. No. Test may be heavy, but he will make sure that you will cross over it also. Like Guru Maharaj, like Bharat Maharaj. The test was heavy, right? You know everything, but you are in the body of an animal.
Yes.
That if you read Bhagavatam, literally I cried by seeing the condition of Bharat Maharaj. Just if you fail in exam in 1 mark, how will you feel? Just 1 mark, you lost your exams. Similarly, Bharat Maharaj, just last minute mistake. Then, the pain of becoming in the body of an animal, it was very painful. That's why in the Jadabharata life, he was very determined. He was very renounced. Krishna will gradually make the jiva strong. So we depend on him, Saradharman Parityaja. We don't worry, we will depend on him. Do as much as possible. Stretch ourselves fully in this lifetime. Whatever is possible, full stretch. You do. Dedicate. Try. Rest is up to him. He will,
Yes, ma'am.
I believe if we are sincere, he will give us Kripa Siddhi,
Yes, ma'am.
right? He will sincerely.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Right. Any other doubts? Thank you for coming. We will meet next week with same Brahma prayer. We will continue the prayers. Vancha kalpadarubhasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare